So, okay, so why is that? So what way these satellites are going to help them? That is the point which can give you a clear idea. So why is that we need to make satellites? And so far, what are all the applications? What are all the benefits we have? And then how the satellites helping us and helped us? And in future, how they are going to help us? And what kind of satellites, what for what other future purposes you want to design and make, all these things, yes, you have to. My dear children, I wanted to share you an interesting point here. In the year, these days you are using internet, but in the year 1995 we have no internet. Okay, so at that time I started being a communication engineer. I started working on satellites. Finally, I'm glad to, in fact, share this that I'm one of the top engineers who worked in the nation for routing internet via satellites. Okay, so today, as you all know about internet, okay, data packet routing and all, but I'm fortunate to be there in a group where we have routed internet via satellites. Okay, so we brought the backbone to the nation. So establishing international gateways and all. We did a good massive job, massive work. After that, internet went to every single home and all. So yeah, so these days we have various ways routing internet via satellites, optic fiber cables, undersea cables and all. Okay, terabits of data. But however, even today in particular locations, that satellites have to give the connectivity. So, and new technology has come out, and some new satellites are going to be pumped in where terabits of data can be directly given by the satellites itself instead of optic fiber cabling and all, because all the places optic fibers are not reached. So this is a new technology coming out. So anyway, my dear children, that's what about one application about just talked about internet, but there is various wide variety of applications, my dear children, and few of them I'm just mentioning through this slide. But however, you can also think for various other applications where you wanted to make your own satellite. If you find a loophole somewhere, somehow, that's where that satellites to be helped us. That's what we can help, make something into that area as well. So for telecommunications, yes, of course, because telephone connected whole across the globe, it made us a global village. Okay, that and all is made possible. Satellites connected all across the globe, so all around the globe, so that connectivity established. In similar, today, if suppose cricket is going somewhere live, then you all watch it. That's also live telecast, live TV broadcast. Okay, and suppose satellite televisions, satellite radio, ham radio, all these things are working on satellite functions. And suppose weather forecast is another most important. Even in few hours, we know everything what's happening, how it is happening, where it is going, all that the weather and meteorology departments, and then what not. See, there are so many search and rescue operations can also be done through help of satellites. Suppose anywhere floods and all happening and all. And also, these days you see this online classes and all are happening, tele-education called about. So that and all is also is possible, that satellite connectivity only, uplink, downlink and all. And if you go to ATM and then the money what you are getting out, the moment you put in the ATM card into that particular slot, and that is getting connected to satellite, and then verifying your bank account at the banks, and then it will observe that whether that amount is there or not, and then if it is there, via satellite you get the connectivity to any ATM. That's where on every single ATM you will find one dish antenna connected to one particular satellite. Okay, likewise children, there are so many wide variety of applications. So I just talked here 10 or 15, but however you can always make sure that there are many how satellite can be helpful to farmers. Another interesting, because farmers have to be protected in the nation, so that farming goes, so that we all can eat something. So my dear children, note this point. Satellites how can greatly help the farmers. Okay, so agro technology using satellites, space applications. So telemedicine, suppose special doctors and specialist doctors and all, not everywhere available. So the connectivity can be, the satellite signal can reach everywhere. So that's where people can take expert telemedicine techniques and all, guidance and all from the expert doctors and all through this telemedicine. That and all is possible with satellite communications. Okay. So now see how many wide variety of satellites are already functional. I worked on PAS4 and Upstart 2R for routing internet for our nation. Okay. But there are so many Insight series for various other television broadcasting channels, hundreds of broadcasting channels, and Insight series also, IRS series also. So if you just mention this IRS series satellites and Insight series satellites and all these things, just after that, I'll give you the ISRO website and all, then you can go through that website and understand so many different wide variety of benefits of every single series of satellites offered to our nation. Okay, that's one interesting. Okay. But to carry all these different satellites, to place them at different places for different purposes, because some satellites are very especially used for, they are called polar satellites. Okay, for total Earth observation, we use this particular polar satellites. Okay, I'm going to explain what is geostationary satellite, what is polar satellite. But to launch that particular polar satellite, our ISRO has made this particular two different launch vehicles. One is PSLV, the other is the GSLV. Note it down, PSLV and GSLV. So polar satellite launch vehicle. To launch that particular polar satellite, ISRO uses this PSLV. Okay, and to launch the geostationary satellite launch vehicle, if you wanted to place a satellite at a geostationary orbit, then ISRO will use the GSLV. Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 and all, very Bahubali, big powerful rockets. So, okay, my dear children, why is that I'm talking about all that? So, geostationary orbits are very far. So that rocket has to travel very far a place. So there are more stages into that particular rocket as well, because fuel carry. Here is another interesting question. See, rocket has to fire, but there is no oxygen in the space. But how rocket will fire? Another interesting question for all of you. Tricky question. Okay. Sometimes you can later answer me. Okay. This is the biggest organization, ISRO, comes under direct control of Prime Minister of India. Okay. And then Department of Science, and then there are so many branches, my dear children, and they're all spread all across the nation. Okay, see, not only at one place, though headquarters at Bangalore, but you see, this slide will make you understand. Okay, in Chandigarh also they have one. So many offices. There are so many offices. So every single office will do, because they need a lot of data centers and all. So they know, like control centers, all that. So they know which office, which particular ISRO branch can help for them, because the place important. Like, you know, here is another important question. The spaceport to launch the any rocket, the spaceport at Sriharikota. You can have this question: why the spaceport of India is designed and constructed at Sriharikota? That is in AP, Andhra Pradesh. Okay, near Nelluru place. Okay. So that's another question. The second one also is getting now constructed. So that's all the benefit. This is the one which I'm talking about. Okay, it is second powerful spaceport of the. India, we have very powerful, very strongest. Spaceport from where the rocket launch will. You are interested, then you all can go there. You all can sit there. There's a sitting place design made, so you can see how rockets are placed there, and then how rocket launch takes place. So all that you can see. Okay, and these are the rockets which I talked about. Okay, PSLV, GSLV, Mark 1, Mark 2. Okay, they are all very powerful. That you can understand. The basic difference here you can understand between different rockets. Whenever you want to go, like suppose 2-3 people wanted to go, you will go by auto. Suppose say if you wanted to go near about 40-45 people, then you will go by bus. Likewise, it depends upon the load which you have to carry. Based on that, your rocket design changes. So Mark 3 is very powerful, and it is biggest. It can carry high payloads. Okay, so here another most interesting thing, Bhaskara is the first satellite or ISRO sent up, and then today you have the most powerful. See the first satellite Bhaskara. When they took the first photograph, Bhaskara could take a little portion of India. Okay, but however, these days satellites can take in a single snap all the nation, all the India. It can be fit into one single photograph. So that is the power of cameras now. We have there. Okay, so there are so many different satellites ISRO built already, like for communications, for earth observation, for scientific applications, for environmental purposes, and also for navigation, and students also for research purpose, for interest purpose and all, and various other different purposes. Satellites were made. Okay, Earth observation satellites are very useful. They are very closely running with the Earth surface and all. Okay, because they have to understand. Even in oceans where the fish is there, that also can be seen by the close distant satellites and all. For communication purposes, definitely they have to be geo stationary orbit, because the once the antenna is tracked, it shouldn't move. That's where I'm going to explain you all that. So the launch vehicles, once again, PSLV, GSLV, the difference I already told you. So the satellites are difference in between the INSAT series to the GSAT series to IRS to a navigation series. Okay. So all that rockets and all that different satellites. So all these things, anyone interested more and more, I can share various satellite data. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here, children. So here is another interesting question for all of you. Suppose to reach moon, what is the time it is taking for people to reach? But for the Mars, why it is taking months together? Okay, there another question.
Sir,
You can think of because
because Mars is far from Earth than the moon.
but here in this picture you see Arunjit Singh, you see in this particular picture, see before it reaches to Mars, the Mangalyaan program, it did lot of rounds around the mother planet Earth. Okay, why but however it is not the case. You see in this it is just directly reaching. Okay, but here it is not the case. Why is that? What makes it happen? See here, number of rounds, but you will see every round it is little going away from the mother planet. So finally, in the final round, you can see that. Okay. So here is interesting. So you need to understand the trajectory and the entire motion, the path, and all that you need to understand. That will make you understand. Okay, my dear children, you all know that recently, few years ago, ISRO orbited near about 104 satellites in a single launch. You remember that? Anybody know about it? Very recently, a few years ago. That's no one did in first time in the history of the entire space. Okay, only India did. Okay, that's why you can say Jai Ho ISRO. So all of you say Jai Ho ISRO, because ISRO is the only one. Even in Mangalyaan also, my dear children, we have to be proud about our ISRO, that first time our India, our ISRO made it successful. Okay, no one else. Now coming to, in fact, the recent launch, you remember C-51 took near about 20 student satellites, okay? Small satellites. But the big satellite is Amazonia, that is around 750 kilogram, very big, the biggest satellite, okay? This was taken by the PSLV C-51, okay? That's the launch. That, yeah. So, one of my known student, one satellite and he sent it to this PSLV C-51 launch. It is there. Okay. Now, my dear children, this is most important. Geostationary orbit. You see the rotation in between the geostationary. How the satellite and the India map are going together. That's what is more important to observe. Okay. So that if you place a satellite into geostationary orbit, then you don't have to worry. Once you just track the communicating antenna on the wherever place you are. Suppose you are at home, you are installing your dish antenna to receive a satellite Ku-band signal directly from a satellite. Then once you install it, after that you don't have to do anything because the satellite is moving and the earth also moving. The both are synchronized. The speed is synchronized. That's where you don't do anything. You just keep it like that. Then the signal comes always. But earlier, before, the case is not that. Because at that time, this particular geostationary satellites are not installed. That's why every 6 hours we need to adjust the antenna and all. Okay, but now that is not the case. Now again, sun synchronous polar orbits. This is very another important. Why this is important from north to south, south to north? This is another important. The other side, right side, because you want to closely monitor what all the various things happening all across the to find out various changes taking place on our mother planet. Okay. So very simple, very single, every single meter area is well scanned. Okay, that is important with high resolution cameras. Now these days the cameras are very powerful. And now another interesting question, my dear children. The cinematic coverage of a satellite is so high. That's where we take satellite images. Okay, because your cell phone can take image in front of you, maybe for 100 meters or 200 meters. But if you want to cover very far place, very huge area, then definitely you have to go up and take. Otherwise, what happens if you take a photograph of India from an aeroplane? Some portion of can be taken, but not all. But if you want to take the full area of that, then you have to go up above. That's only satellites can take. Okay, from the space. Now here is an interesting slide for all of you. See, the resolution is another important point. So you can always understand, if you want to buy a cell phone, what is that kind of importance you are taking care? The camera resolution. Suppose earlier, almost 10 years ago, we used to have 1 megapixel camera. But today, you're all talking about hundreds of megapixel cameras, okay? For the higher, better resolutions, okay? Usually, no student is buying a camera with megapixel less than 36 or something like that. That is the kind of resolution people are now expecting. Okay, but for better quality, so that you can have more details in the picture and you can enlarge it and you can see the finest detail of the picture. So these are the various pictures taken by from different. See, somebody is continuously disturbing here. Who is that? I don't know. I request all them to mute. Continuously, a motorcycle sound is coming. So it is disturbing me quite a lot. Please kindly mute that. Okay. Now let me go
Hello
to
everyone. Please don't disturb the sir. Okay. And I can see there are 2 persons who is unmuted. Ghanshyam sir, can you mute yourself? Ghanshyam sir, mute yourself.
now children, this is most interesting.
Ghanshyam sir, please mute yourself. Some noise is coming. Now, please mute yourself.
Children, now this is very interesting point. I request all students to write down bhuvan.nrse.gov.in. Children, you all need to write down this because I'm going to give you some hands-on activity on this particular point. Okay, please write down www.bhuvan.nrse.gov.in. Bhuvan, BHUVAN. BHUVAN. It's a wonderful application developed by ISRO, especially NRSC Hyderabad. So they have done a wonderful work. A lot of people sat together and developed this app. This is powerful, very powerful app. Even Google Earth. Okay, though Google is worldwide the biggest company, and kind of features our Bhuvan included into that for students and all. No one else thought in the universe. Okay, just write down this and later after this session, maybe today evening or tomorrow, whenever you have more time, you do research onto this bhuvan.nrsc.gov.in, you can do a lot of student projects, school projects. Okay, you can explore yourself. Otherwise, I can share some wonderful video clips about Bhuvan. Okay, Bhuvan is Indian own made. My dear children, in this particular Bhuvan, you can go to a button called School Bhuvan. Okay, School Bhuvan. In the top button icons, you can go to School Bhuvan and register there, and you can do a lot of good projects. Lot of information is there. You can browse that and you can design your own programs. You can upload your own programs into Bhuvan portal, and that will be used for all the entire nation. Okay, that's a wonderful area you can work with. Okay, now another important point you all can note down: what is remote sensing? Because I asked you in the first, the reason I asked you what are all the various applications satellites are designed for. This is another most important and interesting point, that satellites are mainly used for remote sensing. Please write down, children. Satellites are also very widely used for remote sensing. But you need to know what is remote sensing. Okay, remote sensing is nothing but, see, suppose for example, the best example what I'm giving is, best example is your own eye. So without contact, okay, without contact, if you take the data, okay, without any physical, see, it is a type of data collected over objects without any physical contact like human eye. Please write down, please write down. Okay, so this is called remote sensing. So this is done very nicely. Sir, people are continuously speaking, sir. So my concentration is going somewhere. I request.
Ghanshyam sir, please mute yourself. Ghanshyam sir, only your mic is
Excuse
on.
me, sir.
everyone mic is
I
off.
request the. Excuse
Please
me,
mute
sir. I
yourself.
request the host to please mute
Okay,
Ghanshyam sir.
I will do that. Just a moment. I will tell the host in IIT Bombay to mute him. Okay, because his mic is continuously on. I'll just tell to the host.
Okay, children, now the application of remote sensing, such a beautiful. Okay, before that, you all have to have an idea what is remote sensing, how a satellite can be a remote sensing, how it can do the better remote sensing. Okay, because you can see only little through your naked eye. But however, from the top, you can see lot much. But there are two different kind of remote sensings. Okay, one is passive, one is active. You need to understand what is passive and what is active. The active is the one what we daily use in a day-to-day life, my dear children. Suppose, say, if you are watching anything, that is nothing but a light ray is falling on the object, and after the reflected ray of that object is coming back to your eye, the retina, that's where you see the object. Okay, in similar, in the daytime, so the active remote sensing can be easily done, because a lot of sun rays are falling on the various objects and they are getting reflected, and satellites can nicely see them and capture the information and then send it back to you whenever you want it. Okay, so but however, in night time also we need to observe many things, okay, for various other purposes and all. Okay, that you can imagine yourself. So the night time, how it can happen, the remote sensing, how it can happen in night time, that is only possible with infrared. So satellite will send the infrared rays wherever we ask them to check up, and then that invisible infrared rays go on to that particular objects, and then the reflected energy back to the satellite cameras are going to help all of us. Okay, for capturing the nighttime scenarios also. So the changes happening or any movements happening, because a lot of things, because satellite does for government of India for various purposes and all that. That is all science and technology developments. Okay, for helping us. But we need to know what is this visible light? Okay, so we talk about visible light, and with the frequencies of what the VIBGR frequency, the wavelengths and all. So if the frequency are less than that visible light frequency, what are all that spectrums called about? And then if the frequency is more than that, then what they are all called about, like infrared, microwaves and radio waves, they are all up above the visible light. And then if the frequencies of that waves less than our visible light, then they are called ultraviolet and X-ray and gamma ray. Now it's a question to you, what exactly is the frequency? Then another interesting question, my school students must have from class 7 to class 9, okay? Without knowing a component of frequency, then you won't be able to understand this gamma rays and X-rays and ultraviolet and visible light and then infrared and microwave and radio waves, okay? This is wonderful. Like, what makes the frequency go up from less to high? That is an interesting thing, okay? So what makes the, in fact, make the ray visible to us, another important. So though we don't see some of the things, that don't think that they are not there. They are there with capacity that your human eye can't see that. They are all different way. The similar that suppose if some sound, if at all anything less than 20, anything more than 20 kilohertz frequency, you won't be able to that because your human ear is not responding to that. In similar, this is also there, a limitation of our human eye which can see those frequencies, not others. So, but you can still make them that other frequency. I'll give you question answer time. Okay, 1 second. Now, my dear children, so I just touched about remote sensing. See how remote sensing can greatly help. Some of the pictures captured by satellites, my dear children, because you all can see, you cannot see them, because so whatever you see through the top view, that is the satellite picture. So, here. These are the observation the engineers and satellite. Here is most interesting, in fact, a slide for all of you. Can you all see here the aeroplanes? But there is one aeroplane. There is a difference, because 3 of these images are different, but one is not the same. Which is the one? Anyone wanted to answer? There is a quite little difference in one slide, though all these images were captured by a satellite. So in one image, it is quite different than the other images. The object itself is telling you. The object is common in all the 4 pictures, but in one picture, that object is somewhere, that is a hint. Who wanted to answer that?
Sir, can I?
Yeah, please go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, yeah.
Sir, sir, the 4th one picture. The airplane
Which
is
one?
flying. It's not on the airport.
Wonderful, wonderful observation, Saurya Singh ji. Wonderful observation. Now, the reason I ask you this question, ji, वो कितना हाइट पर अभी वो चल रहा है, मतलब उड़ रहा है? At what height it is flying? For that question only I ask you this question, because I want you to have a common sense. A concept with no calculation is a big zero. In similar, a concept with no common sense also is a big zero. So, with no calculation or with no common sense. So, I want you guys to have the common sense also. So, just imagine at what height the aeroplane is flying. Okay, maybe a few meters or few feet or 100 feet or 1,000 feet. Usually aeroplanes go around at 30,000 feet and all. Okay, international aircrafts and all. But or even in our own nation, that means city to city, Bombay to Delhi and all, they fly somewhere around at 25,000 feet and all. So, but now at what feet this particular aeroplane is flying? So this is captured by the satellite. They can calculate that height and all based on the relative and all. So all these things, why is that I'm asking you? Aeroplanes are so big, but see at a time satellite can see so clearly where it is and how they are, in which direction. Very interesting. Next, next slides. Satellites can also see soldiers and their movements and whatnot. Okay. Now, this is another satellite picture. Can anyone guess? Okay, one hint. Okay, it is the hint. So this is a picture taken by your cell phone. But however, before this, the picture taken by is this satellite. Satellites has taken this picture, and later it is the picture taken by cell phone. So what is the difference between the both, and which is the place? Okay, answer is this. Okay, Baba Atomic Research Center, Trombay, Bombay. Okay, now I think you all can say, very close to all of you. All of you can say that because I know for sure you all know this answer. So satellite has
Taj Mahal.
taken this picture. Who is that? Oh, wonderful. Taj Mahal. Excellent. Yeah. Wow. You guys are very, so Taj Mahal and all, yeah, you all know very well. This is Karnataka Vidhana Sabha. Okay, Bangalore. Okay. Yeah, now try to answer. Satellite has taken so crystal clear picture, even from far off 38,000 kilometers.
Paris.
Which is,
Paris.
yeah, but what is the tower name?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower.
Oh, you guys, GK is very good. Yeah, excellent children. Excellent. Good. That is Eiffel Tower. Yeah, you are right. And now this is another monument at Washington. But I wanted to show one of my friend working at NRSA, the ISRO in Hyderabad. So Mr. Murthy, he went to USA to take a picture of that because he is the one captured the satellite image, and also he physically went there. Okay, and he took the picture. So he is the one went there. And he took a picture there with his cell phone, the flags all around, and the same thing you can also see here on the satellite picture. See how satellite is sensible, how far it is capturing the things. Interesting, no? Very interesting. You see, from this the real picture to that satellite image. So satellites. I think you all know this is what. Tell me what is that?
Sir, Pyramid
yeah.
of Giza.
So this is taken. This picture is taken. I know, but this picture is taken by the cell phone or satellite?
Satellite.
Yeah, you are. Yes, that's true. You are right. Okay. Now, can anyone guess which is this one? I'll give you if you want the place where it is, in which country it is. Shall I tell you? It is in United States, USA. So some planes went and damaged. Some hint. Okay. That is the place where planes went and crashed. That's Pentagon. You know, Pentagon heard about it. Can anyone guess what is that rounded, round highlighted portion? Can anyone guess? There are two in the picture. In between, some white lines also there. There is another hint for all of you. There are two similar things in the picture, but in between the both, there are some white lines also there. 4 or 5 white lines also there.
Sir,
So this is a picture taken by the satellite, but I want you guys how satellites work. How we can ask satellite to what not. हमको क्या चाहिए उसको कैसे बोलने से वो कैसे काम करेगा वो पूरा देखा दे रहा है. This is going to help every single meter of your entire India or the entire place wherever you want. You can have total thorough crystal clear. Okay, can anyone tell that? What is that? ये सेल फोन से खींचा हुआ पिक्चर क्या है ये? देखो ये क्या है? आप समझे कि नहीं समझा? समझा अभी? इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर लाइन. ओके, इलेक्ट्रिकल पावर लाइन. वेरी गुड. अच्छा, अभी क्या है ये पिक्चर में? क्या है ये? सैटेलाइट ने पिक्चर किया है. ये क्या है? क्या देख रहे हैं आपको? Trees, coconut trees, right? Okay. Coconut trees, yeah, coconut trees. Okay. Now ये बोलने से आपको प्राइस दे दूंगा क्योंकि ये तो पूरा नॉर्थ में ज्यादा बनती है, इसीलिए उधर से ही किया. सैटेलाइट को पूछा ये पिक्चर उधर करो. ये खेती में काम करती है. पता चला?
sir, tractor.
हाँ, ये बहुत बहुत जरूरी चीज है ना। अच्छा अब बताओ ये क्या है, सैटेलाइट ने पिक्चर किया ऊपर से 38,000 किलोमीटर से हमारा जमीन पर कुछ चीज को सैटेलाइट ने पकड़ लिया, ये क्या है बताओ। इंटरेस्टिंग।
Brown.
हिंट हिंट देना है, हिंट देना है, हिंट वांट, यू वांट हिंट?
Yes,
Sir,
sir.
well.
हिंट दे देता हूँ, हिंट पानी, पानी, पानी इज द हिंट।
Yes.
The water tank.
Sir, well.
The water tank.
नजदीक में, आपका आंसर नजदीक में है लेकिन करेक्ट नहीं है।
Sir, tube well.
चोचो चोचो। अगर पानी को वापस वापस जरूर यूज करेंगे, करना है तो वाटर ट्रीट करेंगे ना, वाटर को, पानी को ट्रीट करेंगे ना, तो वाटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट इसको बोलते हैं, वाटर ट्रीटमेंट प्लांट। पानी को क्यों वेस्ट करना है? पूरा जमीन पर जितना भी पानी है ना उसमें 70% वाटर, मतलब 1/3 इज द ओनली, इतना भी पानी है समुद्र का वो सब हम पी नहीं सकते है ना। ओनली 3% ऑफ वाटर, ओनली सेफ ड्रिंकिंग वाटर अवेलेबल। सो पीपल आर वेस्टिंग लॉट ऑफ वाटर। यू शुड प्रॉमिस मी दैट आई विल नॉट waste even single drop of water. A drop you save is a drop you produce, my dear children. You have to be patriotic the nation, okay? Already worldwide water war started now. So we shouldn't waste a single drop of water also. We have to make use of the water, okay? That's where the treatment is going on, so that all industrial used water can be treated well back to purposes, so we can always see how the things are happening, water ponds and canals and whatnot, okay? I am staying in a place where river Godavari is near about 3 kilometer width. Every day I go and walk. Today's morning walk photo I can share with all of you, okay? Okay, my dear children, this is another most important that you all must write about, the word called NAVIC, okay? Because you heard about GPS, no? These days what we do, if wherever you wanted to go, you always take the benefit of your GPS signal, okay? So the road maps and all. Sometimes what I do, suppose say if someone asks me to come, then I'll simply ask them, okay, you can share your WhatsApp location map. WhatsApp location map. Then what they do, they just go onto the WhatsApp location map and that will be shared with me, okay? So the reason I'm telling you all, my dear children, so GPS signal is not ours, okay? That's American signal. But you heard about Kargil war. Remember about Kargil war? Anybody know about Kargil war? In the Kargil war, our Indian soldiers could not receive the GPS signal. That's where